Well, we are going to solve some problems on structure diagrams. Let us start first with the procedure. First thing you should know while drawing a structure diagram is that you should first know the n number of stages of the gearbox and number of spindle speeds z. Only then you can proceed towards drawing the structure diagram. First, draw n plus 1 vertical lines, means you should know the n stages, and then you should draw n plus 1 vertical lines. Next, give the numbering. First vertical line is your input shaft, last vertical line is the output shaft, and in between, say 1, 2, 3, how many number of shafts are there? They are all going to be your intermediate shafts. Then you should draw the z number of horizontal lines at an interval of log tan phi. Means suppose if there are speeds 6 speed gearbox, then from bottom you are going to start naming as n1, n2, n3, n4, n5, n6. Then the gap between n1 line and n2 line should be log 10 phi. Gap between n2 line and n3 line should be log 10 phi, and phi is nothing but the geometric progression ratio. Even if you don't keep that gap as log 10 phi, and if you're using your Fullscape notebook, or say in exams you're going to draw it in your answer sheets, then the double lining whichever is there, if you take that gap also, then also it's okay, doesn't matter. Each horizontal line represents spindle speed n1, n2, n3. So naming of these speeds is really important, you shouldn't forget that. Use structural formula then and complete the diagram. Let us take one example. Suppose let us take a 9-speed gearbox, or at your right hand corner on the top, the structural formula is given 3 into 3 and 3 into 1. Now our structural formula, you know, it is usually P1x1, P2x2. So 3 into 1, 3 is P1 and x1, 3 into 1 is P2x2. So clearly our P1 into P2 is Z. So Z is 3 into 3, which is 9. If I want to find number of stages in the gearbox, the formula is Z is 2 raised to n1, 3 raised to n2. Now all of us know that 9 is a combination which is achieved only when 3 into 3 is done. So 2 times 3 is there. So I'll put 3 raised to 2. But 2 raised to 0, because to get 9 we don't use the number of 2. So clearly n1 plus n2 will be 0 plus 2. So it is going to be 2 plus 1, that is 3 number of vertical lines. So we will draw 3 vertical lines and 9 horizontal lines. Let us start. This is my first vertical line, second vertical line, third vertical line. Now I'm going to draw horizontal lines from bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I'm going to first select the center line. So somewhere from here my center lines are going to be there. So from center line moving 3 gap upwards, then I'll draw one horizontal line. You can see the gap between the inclined line and the horizontal line is 3. One more line we are going to draw, because we have 3 lines at the gap of 3. So again the gap between the horizontal line and the bottom inclined line is also going to be the 3 spacings. So this is called 3 into 3. Wherever this 3 into 3 ended, from those points we are going to draw 3 lines with the spacing of 1. 3 into 1 means 3 lines with the spacing of 1. So this is my first line, this is my second line. You can see the gap between them is 1. Again this is the third line. You can see the gap between the first line and second line is 1, and second line and third line is 1. Same way the gap between these two lines is 1, and gap between the middle line and the last line is also 1. Again the gap between these two lines is 1, and the gap between the middle line and the last line is 1. So clearly The diagram is very easy. If you practice, you'll be able to understand. Thank you.